Hi, hello guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm really glad to have you guys here. So this tutorial or this series of tutorial is gonna be about teaching you guys how to develop mobile apps using a framework called Ionic. Alright, so we'll be able to use Ionic to develop mobile app for our Android phones, right, and our iPhones, right. Even though this video is specifically for kids and teens, right, it's actually for anyone that want to learn mobile app, and I want to assure you guys, if you follow this video like this series from beginning to the end, you will be able to build, develop, deploy, and put on the app store like mobile apps that you want to develop. All right, so let's get right into it. So again, like I said, this lesson is gonna be like be broken down into series, right? So the question is, at the end of the series, yeah, maybe like 10 or 15 videos, I don't know, right? What are we gonna learn, right? So in this series, we're gonna learn how to design, develop, and publish Android and iOS mobile apps, right? So you will be able to design, develop, publish all your mobile apps. So I will teach you guys all the technology, right? And I will try to make it very simple for you guys so that you can follow, right? So again, at the end of the day, you'll be able to build any mobile app on your own, right? If you want to build something like Instagram or Facebook or just a simple calculator or something like that, just think of anything. If you follow this video, right, and you do everything, you will be able to do that. I assure you 90%. All right. Chance that you'll be able to do that. Okay. All right. So yeah, so what are we learning today? Okay, so what's the point, right? So what are we gonna get from today's video? So the first thing that we're gonna learn, I'll teach you guys is just introduction, right, to kind of define, simple definitions like mobile apps, right? What are mobile apps, right? And then I told you guys that we're gonna be using Ionic, right? So I also define what is Ionic, right? And to kind of get you guys familiar with the tools that we're going to be using. All right, so again, the next thing that we're going to be looking at is asking ourselves a very simple question, right? Why learn mobile app development? Like, why do you guys need to even learn how to develop mobile apps, right? So if there's no reason for it, then why waste your time, right? So I have a very good answer for this question. So we're gonna look at that, and at the end, we're gonna do software installations, right? So we have some tools that we'll be using to develop our mobile apps, right? So we are going to be installing some of them, maybe not all, right? Because I don't want to overwhelm you guys. I want to take it slow, right? So we're going to install some application. Definitely we are installing Ionic today. Okay, so it's very easy to install, right? So as introduction, what is a mobile app, right? So I got a result from ChatGPT. I'm so sure that many of you guys know ChatGPT, right? It's an AI that can answer any question, right? So I just feel like it's better for me to get definition from ChatGPT to give you guys. So a mobile app, after or for short, mobile application, right, is a software program specifically designed to run on mobile devices such as smartphone and tablet. Mobile apps are created over a wide range of functionality, including entertainment, right, like your YouTube, um, productivity, communication, education, and more. User can download and install mobile apps, right? So you guys like mobile apps, even if you don't have phone, like as a kid, right? you you have access, like a limited access to your parents' phone, so you know what the mobile apps is. But just as example, so these are examples of mobile apps. YouTube, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Slack, Snapchat, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, right? So these are the mobile apps. So like these are examples of mobile apps, and these are things that we are going to be looking at trying to develop on our own, right? It might look big, but it is actually easy to do. All right, so just pay attention, okay? So then, what is Ionic, right? Because that is a technology that we will be using to develop our mobile app. There are different kind of technology that you can use, right? I won't go into that, right? But maybe I will introduce you to other technologies available, right? But we only focus on Ionic. So again, let's go to ChatGPT. So Ionic framework, so they call it framework, is an open source, so anyone can use it. User interface, toolkit, and development framework for building cross-platform mobile and web application. So what this means, cross-platform. So this platform means like different kind of phones, like iOS, Android. There are Windows phones or phones too, right? So what it is saying is that we can use Ionic to build apps for different platforms. So like C platform as phone, so we can use Ionic to build different to build apps for different platform and even web application, but we won't focus on that. So it leverage web technology such as HTML, please pay attention, CSS, and JavaScript. So Ionic, we will be using HTML like syntax, CSS, and JavaScript. So if you know web development before now, right, it will be very easy for you to learn Ionic, right? Because like all the like the div tag, the paragraph tag, all the tags that we use in HTML, we use that in Ionic too, right? And the CSS, like you say margin left, margin right, and all of that, we use that, and if you know JavaScript too, or it's more of TypeScript, right? Yeah, so it will be useful. But if you don't know any of these things, don't worry, we'll take it step by step, right? And you'll be able to ask questions, if you have questions and all of that. Anyways, so we use this technology to create responsive and native like user interface. Ionic allowed developer to build and deploy apps that runs on platform. You see, iOS, Android, there's Windows too. There are Windows Phone, web, using one single code base. So ideally, if you want to build app for Android and iOS, you have to write different code, right? For iOS, you have to write C code, which is very hard. For Android, you have to write Java. It's relatively easy, but with Ionic, you only have to write one code that look like a website, kind of website, right? But it's not website, okay? Like a web app, right? So then you take that one code and you kind of deploy it or kind of compile it or whatsoever, right? And you'll be able to use it on different like on iOS and Android, okay? So this is the logo of Ionic, right? So you guys will kind of see this a lot in this class, okay? But just follow me, right? It's easy. Just take it one step at a time, all right? So the next question: why learn mobile app development? Why do you need to learn mobile app? Okay, so I'll okay, so let's just get right into it. Okay, so there's this mobile app called WhatsApp. I'm so sure many of you guys are aware. Like I've seen WhatsApp before. If not, you can go on your Play Store and download it, right? So WhatsApp was designed by these two guys. Brian Acton and Jan Kwam. Well, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right, but yeah, you see right there. So they designed WhatsApp as a personal fun project. See, underline personal fun project. They are just friends. They are just playing on their laptop. They just designed this mobile app that allow people to chat for free. Like with WhatsApp, you can chat for free, just like Facebook. If you have internet, you chat for free. So they did that for a long time, and people downloaded it, right, for free. Like, people were chatting for free. Then it got to a point, so they sold the app. But guess how much they sold the app? So they sold the app for Facebook in 2014 for $19 billion. Something that they just did in, like, yeah, maybe on their couch, probably maybe in their basement, maybe in their dorm room, right? It was just a fun project, but because they know how to design mobile apps, right? So they were able to do this, and they were able to sell it. Another example, Instagram, right? It was co-founded by just two guys too, right? Probably a fun project for them too. So the app gained rapid popularity, and Facebook again bought it in 2012 for $1 billion. So just imagine, like, just an app for sharing. Like, before, Instagram was just an app for sharing pictures, right? So they just did that, and after some time, maybe like 5 or 10 years, because the app is so popular, then Facebook bought it from them, right? So if these guys, they're very young to know, if they could do this, then you guys can do that. So, but you need to learn how to build mobile apps, before you can do something like this. So now, since these guys have done this, now it is your turn, right? So this is the reason why you are learning mobile app, right? So that you can also create something that people will buy, and maybe 5 or 10 years later, you can sell it for $1 billion or $1 million. Who knows, right? So I put in here, you can come up with a great idea for a mobile app, and people will buy it, right? So let me give you an idea of what you could develop after knowing how to design mobile app, right? So imagine you design an app to help students, like your classmates with math classes, right? So, like, maybe like the mobile app will help them with their homework, will explain the homework for them and solve it, right? And you could charge them just $2 in a month. It's very cheap. Their parents will pay it, like, because if it helps them, if it's creating solution, they will pay for it, and it's very cheap. $2 in a month. So let's say you have 50 students, right? And 50 of them are paying $2. Then in 1 year, which is 12 months, that means you have $1,200 in a year. And, like, you only have to develop your mobile app once, and people will just be paying you, right? So if you have this, you have 1,200 in a year. And imagine that this is just one school. If you are able to sell the app in 50 schools, that's 1,002 times 50, that's $60,000 in a year, right? Just an app, and, like, once they pay for 1 year, then they will keep paying, like, $60,000 every year. And the more students, like the more popular your app is, the more people will come, the more money you make. And after like 5 or 10 years, if your app is really popular, then one big company will just come and buy it from you for maybe $100 million or $1 billion, and then you become a billionaire, you become a millionaire, right? It's not too early to be thinking this way, right? I mean, like, this kind of app, it might be difficult to develop, right? But, like, you don't have to just do it one day. You can be thinking about things that that you can do, right? For maybe like for a week or a month or 2 months, be thinking about the idea, how you could solve it and all of that. But at the end of the day, you will be able to solve it, right? So that's why it's very important not to spend 100% of your free time, just playing or playing video games and all of that. It's good to play video games, but take a little bit time out of that, just sit down in a very quiet place, or just take a walk if you are old enough to take a walk, and think, right? So and that will help you to come up with great ideas that will solve a problem, and people will be able to, like, we want to pay, right, to buy something from you. Okay. Said too much. All right, so let's now go to the software installation portion. So I will switch my screen to the software installation part, and I will meet you guys here later. All right, guys. So welcome back. So this is the software installation part of the code. So we need to install some software applications so that we can get started writing our mobile apps. Yeah, hope you guys are excited. So the first thing that we need to install is the Visual Studio Code. So this Visual Studio Code app is where you type in your code, right? It's called code editor. You guys can use different code like editor, but the most popular one is this, and that's one I'll be using for this class, right? And I know that people that have been following my classes before now, so they should have Visual Studio Code installed. So if you have Visual Studio Code installed on your machine already, please don't go through this process, right? Just skip this section of the video, right? So you can install Visual Studio Code for if you're on Windows, or you are using Mac, or you are using Ubuntu. I don't expect that you guys will have this. It's much more complicated. But I'm using Windows machine for this particular section of the code of the video, so I'll be installing this, right? But if you are using a Mac, just install this. No, it should be the same process, right? But if you're having issues, if you're on Mac and you need to install and you're having issues, just let me know, right? So we're going to install. So just click on this. If you click on this, it will download the file for you. You see the file will come up here. So you see the download is happening right here. So then after some time, so it asks me where I want to save it. For some of you, it might not ask you where you want to save it. It will just download, and you have to go and get it in your download folder. So I just save that. So you see the download is going on, and I think I will know if it's okay. So now it's done. So I can go in here. So now this is it. So now we want to install our Visual Studio Code, right? So all you have to do is double click on this. There you go. So if you have time, you can read all of this. So you click on accept. And yeah, just next. So create a desktop icon so that you'll be able to see it. And yeah, then you say next, then you install. So again, we have to wait it out. Okay, so after some time, the Visual Studio Code is installed. So you'll see this page. So this one is saying launch Visual Studio Code, so that you want to launch it. So just check mark this, right? So it will launch it for you, so that you see it, right? So just click on finish, and it will launch the Visual Studio Code for you. So this is how the Visual Studio Code is gonna look like. If it will come up, yeah, so this is what it's gonna look like. So this is what you see. Then you can just close this one, then you have these, right? So for, okay, you know what, let's just leave this for now. So we have Visual Studio Code is running, right? So we are not creating any folder or any file today, right? So yeah, so this step is done. So the next, okay, so the next thing that we need to install is node.js. So this node.js is the application that we use to install our, right? Terminate it if you want to terminate it. Okay. All right. So yeah. So go to nodejs.org/en/download. Then it should take you to this space. All right. So if you are on Windows machine, which I think most of you are, so you want to click on this. If you're on Mac, click on this, right? So again, this installation is on Windows, right? And I think if you're using Mac, it should be similar, right? I'm using Windows because most people use Windows, right? Like most, yeah. So anyways, so click on this. So when you click on that, so again, for your laptop, it might just download immediately, but this one is asking me where I want to put a file. So you see in my download, so I just click save, right? So it will download it and put it in my download folder, and when it's done, it will let me know. There you go, it's done. So there it is, this one. So now, as before, double click on it. So if you're on Mac, so I think it's the same to you download, then you double click on it, right? It might ask you to drag it to application folder, blah blah blah, but it should be straightforward, hopefully. So you just click on next. If you have time, you can drink Coke or Pepsi and read through all this. Relax. Coca-Cola, okay. So then you click on next. Then you can leave this way. Leave that this way. Click on next. Click on next, and click on install. So then we wait this. Okay, so the installation is done. It took like 3 to 5 minutes on this machine, but this machine is very slow. If you are using a proper machine, good machine, you should be done within 1 minute, right? So then all you have to do is just click on finish, right? So but to confirm that the node that we just installed is installed properly, so we have a way of confirming that. So if you are on Windows machine, so click on this window. So we want to go to command line, so just type cmd. Okay, so we'll just click on this, right? So if you are on Mac, so just open the go to applications and open the terminal application, terminal, right? So open the terminal application, is the same thing. So what we want to do to confirm that we install our node is to check the node version that we have. So type node e then v, right? So when you press enter, it should give you the version of the node that you have. If you didn't install it properly, to just give you error. So you see the version of node that we have is 20.11.11.0. It cannot be the same version, but if you get a version like this, that means you are good to go. Okay, so that's step number 2. Hopefully that was easy for you guys. So now to the last thing that we need to install. I'm really excited about this. So we are going to spend a lot of time in this URL. So if you want to bookmark it, fine, but if not, so but for you to install Ionic, so you see we have different versions, but we are going to install the latest version because we want to learn the latest thing. So go to ionicframework.com/docx/intro/CLI. Okay, I'll try to put it in the comment description, right? But you know, if you are using a kid YouTube account, you won't be able to see it, so you probably have to type it out. But that's it. So once you are done with that, so just scroll down a little bit. This is the only thing that we need, this one. So just come here, click on this, it's gonna copy. So it's copied. So now go to your command line, which is terminal on Mac, right? So since you've copied that, then just right click in here, right click, if it will allow me to right click. What's wrong with this? But anyways, I can type it out. So either you right click or you type it out. The right click should work. I don't know why, but so is that it? Ionic CLI. Okay, so you type this all out, or you just copy and paste, then you click on enter, press on enter, then let Ionic install. It's gonna take some time, but so wait for it. There you go, it's doing something. You can fast forward the video till the end of the installation, right? But if your own tool is installing, right, but if yours is faster than this slow laptop, you know. Oh, okay, I think it's done actually. Okay, it's done. All right, so all right, okay, so let me clear this. So to clear on Windows, in command prompt is CLS, on Mac is clear. So CLS means clear screen. So now we want to know if Ionic is perfectly installed on our machine. So how to do that? Again, you type Ionic, then we want to see the version, right? So if everything got installed properly, you should see the version of Ionic that you have on your machine. Let's see what I have here. So you see, so I have version 7.2.0, which is version 7, right? So that means I was able to install Ionic properly, right? So I think that's all. If you don't have Visual Studio Code, you install it, download Node.js, then you install Ionic. So I think that's the everything that we need to install. So everything that we install right now, in the next video, we're going to create our first app, mobile app, right? Very basic and very simple. Okay, and we're going to be doing everything now in Visual Studio Code, because that's just going to be writing our code. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys. So if you have any question, or something is not working, try to put the your question in the description, or in the comment, sorry, in the comment section. Okay, yeah, and I will try to get to it. Yeah, okay. Thank you guys for watching this video. This is the end of the video. Again, it's really fun having you guys here. Please don't forget to like, comment, and also share. Okay, it's very important, and subscribe if you are new to my channel, right? And please don't forget that if you really want to learn this thing, you have to commit yourself to it. You have to teach yourself. Like, don't just rely on the video, this video alone. Go online to research and do more, right? Do more in your at your free time, to kind of get yourself prepared for the class. So, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.